Hello, welcome to Should I Buy This Game? Featuring the Lost Ruins of Arnak. My name is Christine, and in this video, I'm going to give you a brief description on how the game is played, and then share a few things I may like or dislike about the game to help you decide if you want to add the Lost Ruins of Arnak to your collection. The Lost Ruins of Arnak is a worker placement game where you are collecting resources so you can work your way up the Lost Temple. You start the game with 6 cards, and you can either use them to collect the resource that's printed on the card or to move your worker to a specific area. One of the things you can do is use your fear card that has the boot to dig at one of these sites that has the boot symbol. You take your worker, you place it on an area of your choice, and for this one I would get 2 tablets that I would add to my personal area to use later when I want to go up the path. Now, if you have 3 compasses, you can use them to come and open up a new dig site. Depending on your card, if you have a car or a boat, it relates to the symbols here. You can bring your worker here. You would receive this token and a tablet, and then you would open up a new dig site. You would receive another tablet and a jewel and a fear card into your collection, personal collection, and then a guardian card goes on top. And what that means is you have to pay this fee to remove it. Now, we happen to have many tablets we've acquired, so I have 3 tablets that I can pay. So now that I own this, we now have an airplane, and later on, we can keep it to score 5 points, and that would be added to our personal game area. And now this section is open up for people to visit at other rounds in the game. Now, if you have 6 compasses and then 2 cars, so it can be over 2 different cards, or 2 boats, you can come to this area. You would receive 2 tokens. You only receive the bonus on one of them, and then this one is worth 3 points. Those would go to your personal area. And then these dig sites offer even more resources. So it's beneficial later for people to come and they can collect a whole pile. And again, you put the guardian tile on top, and you have to pay these resources to remove the tile and get the benefit of the tile. And here you're able to get rid of a card, and you want to do that to take the fear cards out of your hand so you don't lose points at the end of the game. You can also use compasses and coins to add new cards to your hand. These cards are artifact cards, and they would be placed into your hand that you would use over and over again. And these cards on this side are item cards, and a lot of them are to gain bonuses, and then you would exile this card. This one is an activate card, so you may keep that one longer. And then with each round, we lose 1 item card and we gain an artifact card. So as you go, the game goes over 5 rounds, which is 5 moon phases, and this keeps moving, and every time it moves, you remove the card and another artifact card comes into play. And that is how you gain more cards into your hand to do a variety of better moves. Here we have your personal player board, and this is where you hold all your items, such as these are your cards. Here are where the little tokens went. Now, if you don't cover them, you get these points. However, you can cover it with one of your tokens and collect a benefit. So you can trade a coin for a ruby, get an arrowhead, get 2 tablets, get a coin and a compass, or add another card from the deck into your current hand. Later on, when you go up the track, you can also get little helpers that will give you bonuses once per round. And once you use it, you would turn it sideways and then at the end you would move him up, and that's how you know if you've used it, and then he will upgrade later on for better bonuses. You are collecting all of these resources so you can make your way up the Lost Temple, and you have two pieces, a magnifying glass and a notebook. And the magnifying glass always has to be ahead of the notebook because you have to discover something before you can write it down. And as you make your way up, this is where you gain the benefits. So you have here you would gain a compass, whereas your notebook would gain one of those players that I showed you. Here your player can be switched over to a gold, the little helpers that we showed you on the other one. So you gain bonuses as you work your way up, depending if it is the notebook or the magnifying glass. And once you get to the very top, if you have enough resources to trade it in, you can get these point tokens that will help you score most points at the end of the game. In my opinion, this game works best with a 3 or 4 player count, and mainly because of these dig sites. The more players you have, the more chance that somebody will be opening up these dig sites, which gives you better resources. Now, when you play with a 2-player game, typically only one of you might be opening up the resources, while the other one is just profiting off your work. The other frustrating part of the game we found is that there's really at the beginning only one place where you can get an arrowhead. Yet, to move your way up the Lost Temple, you need a lot of arrowheads. And so it's always the fight of who's going to get the arrowhead that round. With that being said, we actually do really enjoy this game. We like to explore new dig sites, explore the cards to see how they can benefit us with each of the different games, and just find new ways to earn points with each game we play. Now, there are 2 expansions, the Expedition Leaders and the Missing Expeditions, and I do own them, but I haven't had a chance to play with them yet. So I'm excited to see what they're going to add to the game in terms of new challenges and new adventures. So let me know in the comments if you've played the Lost Ruins of Arnak and what you think of the game.